Alright, we're only down like 10 minutes. No no problem. I'm frozen. Perfect. Yo, see you for president. Thank you for the 42 months. Appreciate ya. Thank you, thank you. Jay Sanchez, how you doing? Oh, good. This matchup. Alright, we got a like turbo game here. We got a lot of time to catch up on. I'm good on force negation. How you doing, Jeff? Good draw. Very good draw. Flat drop, thank you for the 28 months. Yeah, this is the build that got top 8 of the Pro Tour. No. Psych, yeah, it is. Sadly. I think I discard Push and Felia. This build is pretty cool. I like how blue heavy it is. This frog is gonna go the distance. I guess Fawn's okay. I see. Okie dokie. Top deck. Hmm. Might be in some trouble. I don't know what this hydroelectric specimen is really gonna be good for. I guess it'll be good if they have Kozilek's command. I wonder if I'm supposed to flash in this hydroelectric. Probably not. We're gonna take the force, I think. Single target? What's the point? Why are we here? Just to suffer? I wonder if I'm supposed to flash this in. Probably not. Not a bad draw. What will we hit? I agree. Emperor Bones. I don't have double black. Warping Whale. 1/1 Eldrazi spawn. I don't know about the specimen. I understand why it's in the deck. It's so you can pick up a blue card off of Bale Merc, then pitch it to Force Negation or Subtlety. But it's like, is this worth playing? I guess the opportunity cost is probably pretty low. We're gonna ephemerate this also. Kind of sus. Maybe. This shouldn't yield. What if leaving a podcast subtlety was better here? Kind of need them to have nothing. They have nothing. Maybe we get there. That doesn't look like nothing. This looks like a Kozilek's command. Oh, even better. I feel like they take out Frog. Wow, they took out Felia. That's kind of crazy. Okay, I need to draw a Riddler. Riddler! I think that's my out to win this game. How about another subtlety? Hmm. Block, block. Yeah, discard this Emperor Bones. We're blocking for our life and hoping it's good enough. The dog. Block, block, take 3. Kill them on the crackback if they have nothing in that last card. You decided to try Spike's humans list in a challenge in a league. I understand a league, but a challenge? Currently 1-5. No more spells, please. Wowee. Yeah, I really thought they were going to kill the frog. I'm very surprised they killed the Felia instead. Frog my goat. Alright, what do we take out? Probably all the fatal pushes, but maybe I'm supposed to leave in like 2 for Thought Knots here. Because there's no solitude in this list. The fairy seems pretty poor as well. Yeah, with us having no solitude in this list, I think it's supposed to. We're supposed to leave in a couple copies of Fatal Push. Yeah, I didn't the fairy. Could also see cutting like an Emperor Bones here. I don't know. Is that better than cutting an Ephemerate? Also, chat, there's a giveaway going on. Type dog in the chat for your chance to win 120 play points and an avatar. Oh, that reminds me. 120 play points and an avatar. I think I want all the free counter magic. Let's cut Emperor Bones. Yeah, 3 Consign and 2 Ephemerate in the main deck. Good hand. Hey, this one has lands in it. No. No. Oh, Tess, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. Yeah, no Witch Enchanter in this build either. We got the Hydroelectric Specimens instead. I kind of dig this list. I think I like what it's doing. Alright, so we need to get black, white, and then blue, white. No, I gotta put it on flex slot. Soon. TM. Oh. Okay. Yo, the ginger flute? I like that. I should ghost quarter myself. The answer to most things in life is ghost quarter yourself. You should ghost quarter yourself now. Yeah, the list without solitude. Don't you dismember my Felia. I sound like Batman a little bit. Possible I'm supposed to kill a Tron piece instead. But I figure I can deal with them having 5 mana next turn and then kill a Tron piece the following turn. Was there no consideration of White Orchid and Blink it? No, them having a Torpor Orb out. I gotta blink the Torpor Orb. Wonder if I'm supposed to just flash in a Subtlety for Clock. I think so. Okie dokie. We are Esper aggro. See if Esper aggro is good enough. Yeah, you got a thought nuts here. With no ETB, by the way. Draft Digger's Cage. 3, 5, 6, 7. Can blink this. Lightning Bolt. Alright, we pass. Yeah, blink it, no ETB. So good. I don't know, maybe I was supposed to, like, keep them off of a mana here. They don't have 6 mana this turn, but I mean, if they draw Tron, that's the only way they're going to cheat on mana unless they have Ugin's Lab or E-Temple. I think I'm most scared of a Sire of the Seven Deaths. We're probably okay. Yep, that ain't gonna do it. Alright, great success. Death by Subtlety. I think maybe I should have held that Polluted Delta. And they could have had Hardcast Force Negation. Alright, cool. 10 matches left, chat. Go ahead, type dog. I'm gonna pull the giveaway in a couple minutes here. It's a keeper. After this round's over, chat, we'll pull another giveaway. So don't forget to type dog. After we're done playing this deck tonight, we might jam a league of maybe something fast like Prowess that top 8'd. I'm still shocked that Prowess top 8'd in general. I thought Prowess was going to be like a super underdog deck going into the Pro Tour. Maybe it was. You want to find words, stop playing Magic? Well, my opponent's not here, so. It's a 10K. Yeah, that's what I thought. Apex Invitational 10K. Dang, late. I sympathize with words on stream about being late. Alright, my opponent's here and they mulligan a 5. Ye old mole to 5. I'm just gonna play a land and pass, chat. I know you can't see it, but I'm verbalizing what's happening. Land go. They played Misty Rainforest. They sacrificed Misty Rainforest. They're getting a breeding pool. And they're playing a preordain. This might be Neoform. Scries 2 to the bottom. I wouldn't say it's like super normal. Let's grab Called the Shrine. Pick up Emperor Bone Sigo. I actually think what I should have done was bin this hydroelectric specimen because I knew I was going to pick it up anyways. Taffarino. Did you happen to record your total wins losses with Mill the other day? We 5-0'd. We went 0-3, 1-3, and then 3-2, I think. So 5 plus 1 plus 3, 9. And then 3, 6, 8, 9 and 8 with Mill, I believe. So it is Neoform. Yeah, almost good enough to make the Pro Tour. It's there to get picked up by Overlord. Speed of picking up Overlord. How you doing, Inquisitor? That was a fun little interview. They called me over the like loudspeaker, and I thought for sure I was in trouble. I was like, uh-oh. They're gonna DQ me. I was having a good time. It's always a good time playing the Pro Tour. I think we lead. Actually, I'm gonna go fetch my swamp first. Does that mean we not want to play Frog? Yes. So they need to start the turn with a Veil of Summer if they want their thing to resolve. If they do start their turn with a Veil of Summer, I'm in some trouble. Would love to find a subtlety off of one of these overlords. Subtlety would probably lock the game. If they just go for it, I do have the Force Negation. Sorry, opponent. Okay. Extra Teferi. Lavinia? Do you actually do anything? Oh yeah, you do. You stop packs. Cool. I don't want any of these fatal pushes in unless they're on the Hex Drinker tech. But I think the only person on the Hex Drinker tech is probably me. Could bring in the Oust. Oust seems kind of awkward though. Clarion Conqueror is probably better. Don't you put tech in quotes. It was tech, okay? Oh yeah, Desktop Rider. I think the Clarion Conqueror is fine for stopping Gristlebrand. But they're probably just going to try to make a Ureni against me anyways. And Oust doesn't really deal with Ureni, so it's fine. In case they're splashing for Savage Knuckleblade. Show you Savage Knuckleblade. Come here, Twitch chatter. There's a significant lack of superior Spider-Man in my deck. That's what I've come to realize. Honestly, is Superior Spider-Man better than Emperor Bones in this deck because it's blue and it pitches the subtlety and force negation? Holy schmoly. It might be. I think I would play the first copy of Superior Spider-Man over Emperor Bones, probably. At least one of the two Emperor Bones. If you love Superior Spider-Man so much, why don't you just marry it? Okay. I will. I'm going to Spike's wedding, and I'll have a separate wedding of my own on the side of me getting married to a piece of cardboard. I love you, Spider-Man. It was a keep, just because of the subtlety. Ironworks, thank you for the prime in 7 months. I'm marrying Infinite Guideline Station. My favorite card in all of Edge of Eternities. A superior wedding indeed. Clap. That's what I'm saying. Show up to a wedding with my own fiance, Spider-Man. And Spike can marry Jade Avenger. Man, I don't want to ruin what gift I got Spike for his wedding, but it's sick, chat. As soon as I give it to him, I'll show you guys as well. Do you think Blue Black Murktide is well positioned with all the combo running around? I think this deck or Goryo's is probably a little bit better than Blue Black Murktide. But I don't think Blue Black Murktide is like poorly positioned at the moment. That deck's worst matchup was like Energy. And Energy got dunked on. I'm good at keeping secrets. What is this? See Beyond. Draw 2 cards, then shuffle a card from your hand into your library. Holy shit. Business. The Neoform players are getting desperate. Teferino. See that Mystical Dispute? Looks like they do have Mystical Dispute. Now is the time for you to go for it, opponent. I wonder if they have Veil or if they have Consign. They already been to Consign with a Surveil land, so I'm thinking maybe they have Veil of Summer. Or maybe they don't have Veil of Summer, they have Consign instead. It's supposed to be in a weird spot. Catch Released. Yeah, Ketramos is bad. Real bad. Ketramos' best matchup was probably Energy. Because Energy couldn't take it off the table once it was active. But now that Energy is like nowhere to be seen, the card kind of sucks. I wonder if tapping out for Teferi was incorrect. Has anyone checked on Ginger now that Boros is tier 3.5? I heard he's a Blink player now. Hoots. Hoots, I'm your biggest fan. Brutal. Puts 1 card on top. Yeah, the Hoots beatdown is going to commence. Oh, stop, opponent. Don't beat me down. Second Hoots. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we go Bale Merc, pick up Teferi. That's a lot of Teferis. Oh no, dude. That's so cringe. Third Mystical Dispute? So if I Subtlety at the very back on top, I think I just die still. I think I'm just gonna die regardless because I'm at 12. Okay. Maybe I do want these ousts. Might be kind of good. Got an Emperor Bones, got a Consign. Could draw Warp Riddler, draw Ephemerate. That's true, I could have. Maybe a Consign. Yeah, block with the dog also. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have conceded because I had a couple outs to draw too. Sure. Yo, Chef Frank, they gave the Prime the 4 months. Appreciate it. Oh, no, it's taking a mulligan. Where's part of that loss? It was the third Mystical Dispute. Yeah, and they resolved to see the Beyond. I don't think I like that there's no Undercity Sewers in this list. Inns of Veil of Summer. I wonder if I play Riddler if they go to consign it. I guess we'll find out. I don't think we're gonna die to Hooting Mangel's beatdown this game at least. With infinite subtleties in our hand. Never say never. Highly unlikely, I'll put it that way. Yeah, Hooting Mangel's can't possibly beat a 4-6, right? Hex Drinker could, though. You still dabble in Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh? I haven't played either since... I haven't played either in a few months. I want to play the new Pokemon set. I'm not sure when it comes out, though. But all the Mega Evolution stuff looks cool. Yu-Gi-Oh! I really only play Edison with Doom. One blue source. I think I just jammed the I should have jammed the Lavinia first. Played around Mystical Dispute. And then if they go to Mystical Dispute this, then I can Overlord and pick it back up anyways. I think that was the line. Kind of fumbled that line. It didn't have Mystical Dispute regardless, or they didn't want to cast it if they did have it. Does Lavinia stop Hooting Mandrills? No. It's only a non-creature. If they Hooting Mandrills, I'm going to Subtlety it. Luckily, Lavinia is not symmetrical. Blessed that it's not symmetrical. I got 2 times the T for you, opponent. Time for an Orange Chant. I was actually thinking about splashing white in this deck at some point for both Eladamri's Call and for Orange Chant. I don't know if the mana base can support it, though. I think I'm pitching Frog. Oh, I don't know what I'm pitching. Could also pitch Consignment Memory. So I don't think Consignment Memory is going to be super helpful here. Mostly just there for stopping Galta trigger. I don't have double blue, so I can't cast Subtlety. They've been thinking about how they want to cast this Hooting Mandrills for like 5 minutes. Oh my god, please. This is kind of unreal. Opponent, please. Maybe they was trying to cast Sea Beyond. Is something gonna enter the stack? First time? Holy schmoly. It happened. A card entered the stack. Back to the top. Inside. Well, that's kind of scary. Why do you care about Hooting Mandrills? Because they're playing Neoform. And this is how they turn something into something else. And I have a Lavinia, so they can't cast Allosaurus Rider. Probably gonna Neoform Atroxa. Yep. This card seems like an issue. You chase a target to Hydro? No. Part of the cost of Neoform is sacrifice the thingy. And then also Neoform doesn't have a target. Oust off the top. Come on, oust. Island, Polluted Delta, Overlord of the Baelmerg. Wait, no, that was me. I was like, wait, that can't be right. See the Beyond, Misty Rainforest, Hooting Mandrills, Mystical Dispute. Okay. Now let's cast Hydroelectric just to get more bodies out there. Forgot I have the Ugly Water Grave in my deck. See the Beyond taken off of Atroxa. Need to draw a Teferi. Teferi would be huge. Oats. No, I couldn't have triple blocked. They have a Mystical Dispute in their hand. I'll cast a Subtlety though, so I can draw two during draw step. See if they want to Mystical Dispute it. Teferi. Shay. Oh, you know what? I can't even activate this Teferi. So I have to block with my Clarion Conqueror. Alright, that's fine. We're gonna block with our Clarion Conqueror. Oh, they're pacting. Well, that sucks. You do have to pay for the pack, though. Kind of a stressful game. Definitely blocking the Clarion Conqueror on the Atroxa. I wonder if I was supposed to counter that Veil of Summer with Force and Negation. Not sure. You still have Oust to draw to as well. And we're gonna have a 5/5, so that way the Hooting Mandrills can't really attack. pick up Teferi maybe. They got Flooded Strand. I don't think they have any more fetchables though. If they're playing the list that I'm thinking of, I don't think they have any more fetchables. They had to consign anyways. Yeah. Bristlebrand. They do have another island. Whoa. Yeah, I can get Teferi back with the Bale Merc, but I think it's kind of too little too late now. They're just gonna hold a handful of counter magic. Alright, I think we died. So I imagine this Teferi's not resolving. Maybe I wasn't supposed to play this frog, it's just supposed to hold a force negation. Am I supposed to attack this? Try to pick up the Teferi? Probably. Even though this gives him 8 more life and 7 more cards. I guess 15 life. This is a wild list of Neoform. Okie dokie. We're all waiting on you. My bad. I'm supposed to discard force negation. So I can take a draw 2 during draw step. Yeah, they have a minute and a half left. Hoots. Another hoots. Riddler or Conqueror. Conqueror doesn't really matter at this point, but it is a flying blocker. So play the frog, warp the Riddler. Alright, assuming they have another mystical dispute, what if I just play Clarion Conqueror? Doesn't really get me anywhere. Assume they have another mystical dispute. Damn. Yeah, it's good. Solid. Bloodstained Mire for a Swamp Thoughtseize. My frog. What have ye done to my frog? Alrighty. Say go. I'm gonna take my Riddler. Because it shouldn't always yield. Oh, they took Force Negation. Because they have push. And now they're gonna take Riddler. Oops, all Thoughtseize. Necro. I could draw like 3 cards. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to consign this. Draws 4. Soul Spike. Alright, let's grab Meticulous Archive. Warp the Riddler, draw a card. I think we just leave the Riddler around. I was thinking about, like, if the Felia was gonna survive, we could exile the Necro and then consign the Felia trigger to have it return, so it wouldn't return. Kind of a tricky spot. How many are you drawing? March for 1,000,000. Working out for him. Pretty sure I'm just supposed to pass with Subtlety, because if they get a Riddler, I'm gonna Subtlety it back on top of my deck. If they play Shelly, I'm gonna Subtlety it. I think the problem with this Esper deck is that it just doesn't present a lot of pressure. Kind of gives your opponent a lot of time to sculpt their hand and do whatever they want to do. I don't think I'm supposed to do anything here. Like flashing and subtlety is not very helpful. If they have a Shelly to follow this up with, I'm gonna be a little sad. But also not sure there's a ton I could do about that. If I let this Riddler resolve, I'm just gonna die to Riddler. Say the be. Okie dokie. Man, their hand has been really good this game. Gonna be hard to beat. Got like Warp Riddler, Take 2, 4, 6 total. Main deck? I think we take the Lavinia. Fairy's usually really good against them. Emperor Bones might be fine. I think I want all the, like, the card advantage stuff. Subtlety seems fine. Force negation seems fine as well. Maybe I trim 1. I don't hate consign either. I think Frog might be actually subpar. Just not super good in the Fatal Push. I was hoping I'm gonna get Thought Seized. Definitely gonna keep 2 Teferis. Yep. J-Dog Dabbits, thank you for the 37 months. I appreciate ya. Well, consign's mostly for our stuff, for our Riddler. It also synergizes with Felia, turns Felia into removal. I think I want this Meticulous Archive. We'll keep Frog as a curve filler. But like I said, I don't think Frog is that good in the matchup. Decent curve filler. Is this what is this? Indestructible, add black, exile a creature you control, harness it. At the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, I know what it is, but like, what does it do? I know that this is the Soul Stone, but I've actually never read the Soul Stone. Thank you for the prime the 3 months. Fatal push for 4. The Storm Dingo, me too. I'll discard my entire hand. So if I don't discard my entire hand, my turn is just Flooded Strand to Fairy bounce the Soul Stone, which seems like kind of subpar. If I discard my entire hand, I turn this into a 5/5 or 4/5, then yeah, right. It's gonna be real awkward if they have Fatal Push. Well, I don't know about Never Punished. It seems like they might be holding on to another copy of Fel the Profane. Or not. Well, that's surprising. They were just hoping I wasn't going to go all in on the frog. Goodbye, Teferi. Welcome back, Soulstone. There's no creature in the graveyard yet. Let me just pass. Hold up Fawn and Consign. Yeah, I miss the old me too, TJ. I remember when I was a combo player. Simpler times. Maybe I was wrong about you, Frog. Maybe you are better than Emperor Bones. It's too late for me. I ain't gonna make it. No, I won't be at Apex. Not this go round. Yeesh. I'm gonna miss the cookies. His hand's not bad if I draw a land. I'm gonna try it. We're gonna try it. It's okay, we gotta surveil. Still blew my mind that main deck surgical. Never didn't have it or whatever. Unfortunate. Consign. We keep saying consign the draw trigger, chat, but what does that do for me? If I consign the draw trigger, I'm not applying pressure, and I just discard one card from my hand, and then let's say I'm priced into doing it again the next turn. Like, what does it do? It doesn't do anything for me. Draws 4. I mean, I'd be very surprised if this dog survives. Oh, the dog's gonna survive? Now I gotta make an interesting decision. Because I could attack with the dog, target the Necro, and then consign the trigger. Or I could spam a Bailmerk out. Scam a Bailmerk, not spam. Maybe also spam. I think I gotta get rid of the Necro. Well, let's see if we make it that far. What do you think they're splashing white for? I would Spider-Man cards. Or sorry, Omen Path cards. Like, checks notes the terminus of return. Dothy. Think it's worth to consign this and have a 3/3. The answer was no, it was not worth it. Got my 3/3 though. They're going to discard. Everything's gonna be A-okay. Maybe these 3 points of damage will be relevant after all. I'm pretty confident with the subtlety in my hand at least. Because it's subtlety of Shelly if they have a Shelly. Yep. Felt the propane. Propane and propane accessories. I'm gonna draw 4. It's awkward. Kind of like bouncing the Necro is detrimental to me at this point since they're at 2. So I don't really want to run out the Teferi. I could just plus. It is true. What's the high roll play look like? It'd be like Bailmerk into blue MDFC. Alright, I'm down for the Teferi plus. They can't Inquisition, Subtlety, or Riddler. Castable for 2 mana, but can't be Inquisitioned. Ketramos. Put Ketramos on top. Dead to Subtlety. Trying to cast something during end step? I don't think so. Not on my watch, buddy. Welcome to Hearthstone. Opponent said Lamau, forgot about the fairy. They have a march in hand for subtlety. Alright. League match time. Alright, the winning giveaway chat is... I think I gotta mulligan this if this is the correct matchup, being Neo Brand. I mean, it's not a bad hand because it plays a frog on turn 2. I'm gonna keep it, whatever. I would keep this in the dark. Knowing it's Neo Brand, assuming it's Neo Brand, this hand is quite a bit worse. I try to bail Merc into subtlety. This is a good point. But I think I'm just supposed to get the frog down. And just assume I'm not going to die next turn when they took a mulligan. If I do die next turn, it is what it is. I guess I could also bail Merc into Teferi. Maybe bail Merc was better here. I think we're destined to lose game one anyways. Most of the time. Although our build should be good against Neoform, period. But it's definitely possible to still lose as we have, lost last match to it. Bins the Summoner's Pact, okay. That tells me that they want to go for Ureni, which I think makes a lot of sense. If they have Ureni in their deck. If they do have Ureni, I'm not going to be able to beat it. Unless I find Riddler Ephemerate. So jealous. So jealous how rarely this happened for me. Discard 2. Yeah, maybe Nathan. Maybe. Oh. Pause champ? I mean, it's never resolving, but pause champ? Surely they pack this, right? And then have consign anyways. Because they can't draw another 7 if they find pact negation plus consign, I die. But if they draw 7 and they whiff, then they die. Okay. Did you find the consign? Hate to see it. Well, probably not surviving. They hit me for 8. They go back up to 12. They can potentially draw another 7. They also have Radner Neoform. Oh. Okay. Frog should have Death Touch. I agree. Fails to find. So you're saying there's a chance? Well, I think I need to hit Teferi off the top, probably. Am I only out here? I think so. Could I Overlord in anything? Not for 1 mana. Not for 2 mana, even. I only have 1 copy of Teferi, also. I think I should get them to not be able to draw 7 if I do find the Teferi. Teferi. Alright. Consign's a weird one. I think, like, maybe I don't want Consign in the matchup. ×4. I can cut one of each of these also. Could take a Consign and cut a Felia. Maybe that's fine. I think the Emperor Bones are kind of okay also, because sometimes they surveil stuff in the graveyard that they want into Neoform. And I could steal a Gristlebrand or an Atraxa. Galta. Whatever. Maybe I want to get rid of 2 Bale. No, Balemerc returns to Fairy. I think Balemerc's too important. So say I could get rid of 2 Bale Mercs instead of 1 Bale Merc, 1 Riddler, because Riddler's blue and it pitches to Subtlety and Force. But I think that Bale Merc finding Teferi is probably too good. I don't think I want the 3rd Emperor Bones. Frog's probably a little bit better. I think this list theoretically should have a good matchup against Neoform. But I don't think any deck has a good matchup against Neoform if they just do their thing on turn 2 with Pact or whatever. That could be any deck. Hey, Eric Young, thanks for subbing to the YouTubes. Appreciate it. I think it depends on how the build of Neoform looks, because if they're not at very many Allosaurus Rider, or if they're not, sorry, if they're not at very many Hooting Mandrills, then it gets a lot better. I've atoned for my sins. Good. I can't keep this. Sure. They can actually leave Galta Xanagos in the matchup because I don't have any subtleties, or sorry, solitudes. Getting all my card names wrong today. It's one of those days, chat. I'll leave this on top. Kind of want to find a land, but this could also find me a land because of Hydroelectric Specimen. Ugly ass Water Grave. It's probably better than Teferi. So I also need to find a land if I find Teferi. Chat, what do you think's better? Lavinia or Teferi? Probably Lavinia, just so I can guarantee I have something to cast next turn. I like that Watery Grave. Nah. I mean, the one where the person stabbed in the fountain is just objectively better. Mm-hmm. You tired? It's the cold brain fog. I think the upside of Teferi if we draw a land, though. Probably this Lavinia makes things difficult for him. They could just Veil of Summer first. They Veil of Summer first to play through the Lavinia. It's like maybe I gotta force it. Next question, do I play Clarion Conqueror or do I play Frog? Clarion Conqueror stops Gristlebrand, but I mean they have Ureni in their deck, so Frog is probably better. I mean I'm supposed to bring in the Clarion Conqueror. Can't believe they cycled that Veil of Summer. I guess that means they have another Veil of Summer. Yeah, maybe they don't know the Veil of Summer flavor text. Ooh, Teferino. I don't like Clarion either, but I think we have worse cards in the deck than Clarion. I'm gonna try to resolve the Teferi and have it eat a mystical dispute. Can I get a plains? I think so. The only thing that's probably better is like maybe Emperor Bones. Yep. Maybe I want another Overlord so I can find Teferi more consistently. Yeah, it's probably the Overlord. Just bounce nothing. What about plus? I think bounce nothing, draw a card's fine here. But if they force their thing through, maybe I just want to have the Teferi minus. Alright, let's just plus. I might want the Teferi minus if they get anything that's not Ureni. Okay. Yeah, they don't know the Veil of Summerlord against Lavinia. Alright, we'll take out the Clarion Conquerors. We'll try it without it. Do I want Emperor Bones, or maybe I just want another Riddler? Just blue card count up. Alice is another weird one that I don't really want in my deck, but if they do resolve Gristlebrand, it's kind of decent. Some lists are playing Hope of Gearper. Not all of them. Some lists are playing Hexdrinker, some are playing Hope, some are playing Vexing Bobble. That's the deck that Donkin was on during the Pro Tour. His idea was play Vexing Bobble, and then you Veil a Summer through the Vexing Bobble, and then you cast your Allosaurus Rider. It doesn't get countered by the Vexing Bobble, and you kind of just play with a Vexing Bobble up. No one's playing Hexdrinker? Okay. Okay, buddy. This is like a pretty reasonable hand, but I don't think I can keep it in this matchup. It's got so many free spells in it. You sneak this? That's kind of crazy, no? I mean, I put back the Oust for sure. You sneak this, Chad? You can't keep? Can I, though? I genuinely sneak. They kept 7. Good luck, brother. If I lose, I get to blame Twitch chat. It's a win-win for me. I know it's probably not very good right now, but what are your thoughts on twin decks? The first part of your sent is not very good right now. Some people make it work, though. GG chat. I'm blaming it all on you. Top deck. Huge. Like I was a swamp of all things. I don't want this to find me. Land would be fine. Frog would be pretty good. The song does go hard. It's just 7 rounders, right? Yeah. A lot of people in it. I think I'd be happiest to see a frog off this Overlord. Or at the Teferi and I draw a land. A white land to be specific. Yeah, I kind of forgot Pokken existed also. I think that game died, didn't it? Get a Riddler. I'd be pretty happy with another specimen, I think. Okay, we got 2 lines here. One of them is play Emperor Bones. That seems okay. The other line is Riddler and then try to draw a blue land and then consign the Riddler, but then I'm down to not enough blue cards to be able to double pitch if I don't draw one. I guess I would have to draw a land off of it. Yeah, I think it's just Emperor Bones. I guess the only thing that makes sense here. What vibes is this deck giving me? It's good vibes. I like this deck quite a bit. I think this matchup in particular is pretty tricky. At least if you're playing against like a super seasoned Neoform player. It should be favored for us, but you know, they can still just do whatever. Still just have the Nutter Butters. Huge. As far as I understand, that do you want to pay the 1 happened 2 times intentionally, so you didn't accidentally click no the first time. But I think they reverted it. I think I just passed with Felia. I could like Riddler Ephemerate here. I'm gonna pass with Felia. I also think this is a deck that probably gets better the more reps you have on it. I don't have any reps on this deck, so I'm not playing it super duper well. Another blue source. Let's grab the Hollow Fountain. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take out the Emperor Bones from this deck. It feels weird because you kind of just want to pass with your mana a lot, and Emperor Bones is a card that likes you to tap out. I think I could flicker the Overlord, or I could just play the Riddler out from my hand. Because Overlord's gonna come off in 2 turns anyways. And I don't really want to pick up Emperor Bones right now. I think I'll play the Riddler. Does this deck want a couple of counter spells? I don't think so. Counterspell's a weird card. What's your graveyard interaction? I would play at least one copy of Superior Spider-Man, even though it's slow. But I think your best interaction with Gore is probably Force Negation. Goodbye, Felia. Might counter this too. Yeah, I'm pretty happy that they're spending cards on our threat instead of, spending cards to combo. So we're going to have this coming off in 2 turns regardless. And then they kind of have to do something about this. Sure. So what am I pitching to each of these? I guess it's probably pitch this and then pitch whatever the remainder is. Maybe I want to pitch the consign. Remember when he didn't want to keep this hand? I remember. I'm going to subtlety this. I just got to figure out what I want to pitch. Probably the frog. It's the worst card in my hand, I think. I think that's fine. I think that's fine, and then we're gonna force a negation the Neoform or whatever. Unless they're just gonna keep this as a 6/6. Maybe they're planning on keeping it as a 6/6. Okay, then we force this. And if they have another piece of counter magic, we get to Ephemerate the Riddler, draw 2, and then try to force the other piece of counter magic that they have. It's like a Veil of Summer or whatever. It's a nothing. Yeah, why do you even play Kavu? You do that for 0 mana. Wait, no, I wanted to draw 2. Okay. And pull the giveaway chat. Basic Island, White Orchid Phantom. His hand does have a consign in the subtlety. I'm gonna keep it. This is not my version. I keep this hand too. Elvish Reclaimer on 1. Ooh, spooky. His Elvish Reclaimer is kind of cracked. Bajuka Bog. Ooh, chat. Chat, I get the consigned amulet. Feels good, man. Get out of here. This is probably fine. Play Frog with Force Negation backup. They're probably on Eldrazi Ramp or it's Amulet, one of the two. Amulet usually doesn't play Bajuka Bog in the main deck, so it's probably Eldrazi Ramp. Am I supposed to White Orchid Phantom a T-West? I don't think I can actually pick T-West back up if I White Orchid Phantom a T-West. Water Grave's already in my hand, so I have to get Hollow Fountain. Is Blue Blink S tier? I think this deck's really good. I like it better than the traditional Esper Blink lists that aren't super blue heavy. I think I'm gonna pop their T-West. I know I'm commentating an off-screen game, but I'm really thinking of myself. Seems correct. I don't think they have a way of recurring T-West. And then being able to pick it back up anyways. Being Zem are cool. Unlucky we're gonna get Kozilek's commanded in our upkeep. Oh, I'm not gonna get Kozilek's commanded? What a glorious day. They didn't play around Force Negation. What the fuck? Ugin's binding. Sure. Maybe I was supposed to force that. Feels weird to force it though. So if they have like Kozilek's command as a follow-up, I get kind of screwed. Another force. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep it on top, but I have a feeling they have a Kozilek's command. Getting big Kozilek's command vibes over there. I'm on to you, opponent. I'm on to you. I guess I could have drawn Consign. I shouldn't have played my land yet. Yeah, I didn't draw Consign. But I could have drawn Consign. What if this is another Kozilek's command? Probably Devour. Oh, they didn't reveal Devour. Oh. You're gonna bounce my frog. It's a little inconvenient. Well, I guess I'm gonna play Paro Frog. I really don't want to bounce back to their hand, right? I'm gonna go Frog Frog. Could go like Frog Riddler and start doing some discard shenanigans, but I think I can wait till next turn. It also makes it awkward for them to attack because they're just getting attacked back by two frogs if they have nothing else. If they have another follow up, then I'm already in a bad spot anyways. Yeah, we can have a talisman. What is this? Oh, good. Well, I could probably outsize the Sire of the Seven Deaths with double Riddler. It's going to involve a lot of discarding the frog. So I could discard down to Riddler, Riddler, play a Riddler, discard, discard, play another Riddler, draw 3, discard, discard, discard. Could also just Teferi bounce the Sire of the Seven Deaths and take 7. Doesn't seem very good though. What does do it imply here? Discard everything. Should I make one giant frog or should I split them up? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One giant. I can stop it at 7, 8, yeah? Go. Crumbling a vestige. Ancestral recall at a 4-6. I thought you were gonna attack with it. That's psychopath behavior. There's no way I can attack with it. Yes? Huh? I can't believe I just break wall to sire. Kinda just wanna play a Riddler. Just discard down to subtlety, play Riddler. I think that's the right thing to do. You like Tef? I was thinking about Tef too. I guess I could like just set up to one-shot him. Yeah, both of them have reach. Let's try the Tef line. Who's suggesting a jump frog? They both have reach. I wasn't suggesting to jump frog. Could also pick up Overlord, which is kind of interesting. But I think I just plus. Just say go. Again, not sure if this is correct. I don't know if this is better than just playing a Riddler. Oh, the double jump gets over there. My frog! Scheisse. How doomed. My voice is so soothing. I've been told I sound like Batman because I'm sick. Alright, I'm playing the other game for a sec. Hold up. Okay. Am I beating the Batman allegations chat? Yeah, this is all happening. I think we've lost this game. Discard, discard, Riddler. They were dead, right? Need them not to have Devourer. I think growing the other frog was a better line against Devourer. 3, I can grow it up to a 6, 7. Block, block. I might have to sacrifice something here. I have to double block the Sire. No, that Sire is. I can't even double block it anyways. That Sire is first strike. Okay. GG. Okay, Eldrazi. White Orchid Phantom, Consign, Fatal Push, get out. I don't hate Clarion Conquer against the Eldrazi spawn. They're kind of playing a weird build with Ugin's Binding, though, so maybe Clarion Conquer is worse against the random Ugin's Bindings. Hmm. Alright, hold on. I gotta yield to my Titan opponent while they combo off. What do you think, chat? I want the Clarion Conquers. I don't hate them. I also don't really know where I want the extra Emperor bones aside from Goryo's and Grixis Persist. So I probably just don't want it. Lavinia is fine. Yo, Flash Eating Nope, thank you for the raid. Appreciate ya. The fairy, I don't think does much. Bone seems fine. But it's probably the worst card in the deck. I think maybe I'd want the Emperor Bones just because they're on the bindings. Keep this. I think I want Oust. Do I want Oust? This hand goes Felia into White Orchid Phantom, or Felia into Overlord, or Felia into Riddler. How greedy is it to put back land? Probably pretty greedy. But I kind of want everything else in my hand, so I'm going to put back the land. This might be too greedy. Topia Sprawl. Black, white, Surveil. I think this is fine. Second best thing was probably land. This stops Kozilek's command, maybe. Kinda. Depending on when they cast it. Hydroelectric Specimen is the spicy text. You can pick it up off of Overlord of the Balemerc. I don't know if that's the right decision. But I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to go Felia and Overlord. I think the White Orchid Phantom is pretty low impact. If we could hit the forest, it'd be pretty high impact. Also puts a lot of pressure on them. But I am now kind of vulnerable to Kozilek's command. I think my opponent is making Infinite Titans. But I'm not so sure. Yeah, looks like they are making Infinite Titans. At least it gives me time to not have to double queue for a sec. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. kick a Myco spawn. That'd be pretty bad for me. I think I'm supposed to just let this happen. Like, there's no point in subtletying this, right? Rather save the subtlety for something else. Or maybe I want to, like, subtlety ephemerate and then have a 3/3 flyer and just, like, try to race him. So I'm attacking for 8 here. So I'm probably going to blink this Myco spawn when I attack. I don't know if there's a point in blink the Overlord. I think it's going to work out okay. Not a bad draw. Let's grab Lavinia. Alright, the only two things I need to win are both on the table right now. Yeah, where's our precious specimen? Cannot let you do that. Cannot let you do that either. Then we ephemerate the subtlety, and then we have lethal. Oh, this was looking grim, but turned it around. How'd you read by the Bailmerk? Ephemerate? No, I went Felia attack, and then flickered the Bailmerk, then just never took it off the table. Or tried to take it off the table. Why is Lavinia in? Kozilek's command. I think it's kind of fine for Kozilek's command, right? I don't know. Do you think it's Emperor Bones is better? Maybe Emperor Bones is better because they're playing all those rumbles. I just like scamming. True. Scamming subtlety just to feel something. I don't know. We'll try without Lavinia. I'm not really sure. Tand does some scamming. Probably fine. Used to hate subtlety scam. I still do. I still think it's kind of bad. Sometimes it gets across the finish line though. Hopefully they rumble and then we can take a giant thing with Emperor Bones and then Emperor Bones, Clarion Conqueror. Nice. Look. It's called synergy, okay? And keep this frog. Probably the best threat I can play here. It's either that or Felia. This card's like not that good against our build, I don't think. I think it's better against traditional white black with Solitude. So we have Frog as like the best threat against this card. Felia is also just really good here too. Both are bad in Nico's Lex command, but my entire deck's bad in Nico's Lex command. Alright, my Titan opponent has killed me. Is Zeriak here? I don't know. Tell him Mill sucks. That's kind of true. We did better with Lantern than Mill during our 12-hour Lantern Mill stream. I'm very confused by the sequencing that our opponent did. We did trophy with Mill. Very confused by our opponent's sequencing. Yeah, they were playing around days, I guess. Actually, yeah. It does play around days, doesn't it? Opponent has too many Elvish Reclaimers. Song's kind of a bop. Talisman. I think this is their only source of blue or green mana. Because I could counter this. See if I was right to counter that. I'm very unsure. I think we get some good tempo here depending on what we mill. Perfect. I think I want frog. Yay, value. We love value. You think Espergorius is too good? I don't think it's too good. I think there's a lot of really good decks in Modern right now, and I don't think Gorios is that much better than any other deck in Modern. Yo, Mission, thank you for the tier 1 and the 2 months. Appreciate it. Thank you, I appreciate the sub. Our opponent has 6 in Elvish Reclaimer over here. Honestly, I think this Modern format's really good. It's not flawless, but it's pretty damn good. Consign plus Felia is also really damn good, chat. Shuhei Affinity is amazing. I'm like considering Shuhei Affinity, this blue blink shell, or Titan for the RC, really. And I don't really want to play Titan. Titan's boring. Don't tell Nathan I said that, but Titan's boring. This deck is like the most stimulating of the 3 to me. Yo, Murray. Thank you for the follow. Kick a Michael spawn. I think I'm gonna mill out, chat. I have 3 Overlords in play against Amulet. I only have 30 cards left. Played a Michael spawn and passed. 3, 4. Well, I guess we start here. It's a lot of subtleties. It's a lot of subtleties. Not that they do anything, but 3/3 flyer. Can't complain, right? Green Sun Zenith X1. Stop it. Maybe my avatar codes are no longer. I wish I showed the answers too. Ridiculous archive. Top. Luton Strand. Scrap Shadowy Backstream. Taffarino. I don't know what they're playing. What do you think they're playing, chat? I don't know. Has anybody else been able to redeem an avatar? Maybe Daybreak gave me the axe. Usually people tell me if they can't. Control? Seems like it's control. Probably gonna jam Teferi or Narset here. Which would honestly be pretty ideal. Oh, it could be Goryo's. It's also true. I don't think this clues me into one or the other. Maybe it's Blue-Black Frog. Splashing White? I don't know. Does Goryo's play Preordain? I don't think so. Maybe they have it disabled? I don't think so. Spell Snare. So confused. I'm gonna jam this Teferi and hope for the best. Expired, unavailable. I wonder if they just My codes went expired? I didn't know my codes expired. Oh, maybe I can't give out my avatar anymore. Was I supposed to minus this? Maybe I'm supposed to minus this and try to draw a land. That looks like Goryo's. Based off of force negation. I'm so confused, man. No more dog? Maybe not. Be quite sad. Okay. Miss you, Teferi. Do you bring a paper sideboard guide with you to big tournaments? Last time I actually just wrote my sideboard guide in my notebook. Just like hand wrote it. But I honestly didn't follow it. I just looked at it for reference. An open deck list is a little bit different. What am I playing against? Get your most pile? It kind of looks like it's the mirror, but it's like not the mirror. I should have minus that to Fairy. I'm having like post plus regret right now. I don't know if this is correct, but I feel like they're gonna Riddler Ephemerate. So I could pick up. Actually, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. I could. They put it on top. I could. Emperor Bones, put subtlety underneath. Adapt Emperor Bones when they play the Riddler, and then subtlety it again. Now I just have like a 4/4. I think that's the play. It's either that or like I Overlord and I pick up Felia. You love that? I love it too. Alright, let's try it for science. I could have Spell Snare, I suppose. Ooh, leaving up or getting Felia is also kind of hot fire though. For next turn. Maybe I get Subtlety now and this intimidates them. Then they don't cast Riddler and I can get Felia the next turn. Hmm. Oh, they did not give a shit. Yeah, they said, oh, well, here's my Riddler. What did they do with that? They put Riddler on top. They're bound determined to get this Riddler. Excuse me. That's really funny. They're like, nope, we're going for it at third time. Don't care. Hands 4 Ephemerate. Like, what else would their hand be at this point, right? I'd be surprised if it's anything but 4 Ephemerate. It's Goryo's? Alright. Thanks, Rivera. Can I get Subtlety? Subtlety's probably the take here, but they're gonna Ephemerate Riddler. I had no idea this was Goryo's. They didn't even do the Ephemerate trick. They finally did it. After all this time. Consign. I think I got the pass, sadly. They were gonna Riddler Ephemerate if their life depended on it. I said I'm here to do one thing and one thing only. Riddler Ephemerate. And you know what? Honestly, it's working out for him. I can't even be a hater. They have 5 cards in hand, and they honestly have a better board state than I do. I couldn't believe it was Goryo's, though. I've never seen a Goryo's list play Preordain and Spell Snare. That's wild. I wonder if at some point I'm supposed to just Ephemerate Emperor Bones, then attack with Felia and blink my Overlord. Or I could just go get an Overlord and then consign that trigger. It's true too. I think this turn I just don't do much. I kind of see what their hand is. Oh, Johnny did play one. I don't think I saw Spell Snare in any of the lists though. But I also didn't look too closely at the Goryo's lists. I'm gonna Ephemerate the Emperor Bones. Raug. Yeah, this deck has a hard time dealing with stuff that is already on the table. I agree completely with that sentiment. Felia or Subtlety? I think it's Felia. I don't think there's a reason to take a Specimen here. Wait, did I make my land drop yet? Maybe there was a reason to take the Specimen. Another question is, do I want to consign this Overlord or just let it die? I think I probably consign it. This might kill me. Why did I lock in Neoform? I won 2 challenges in a row with the deck, and I kind of felt like, well, if I don't play this after winning 2 challenges with it, what am I doing? I think I'm supposed to subtlety this. I know it looks a little weird because I have the Fatal Push in my hand, but I really don't want them discarding Atraxa and then hitting me with the Gorios. So I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to subtlety this. Did I regret it? A little bit. The deck wasn't very good in the field. The field was like mostly Gorios and mostly Belcher, and the deck doesn't do very well against those two. Put Psychic Frog on top. I feel like I've seen this before. I feel like I've watched this episode before. I subtlety something, they put it on top, and history repeats itself. Okay, now they're playing the frog. Alright, Felia. We're gonna have to push this before we go to combat. See if they discard whatever. Oop. Teferi. Teferi Macabre. Eh? Emperor Bones. House is something. Okay, hear me out. If I have a Teferi in play, chat, House is pretty much Swords to Plowshares. Thoughts? I'm in. I'm gonna cut 2 pushes. Copium. What do you mean, Swords to Plowshares? I don't know what I'm supposed to take out. This has been my default go-to for takeouts. Are those 3? But I have no idea. I feel like I need at least 2 Fatal Push for Frog. Cut land, smile. Do I ever want to cut Ephemerate? I feel like Ephemerate's so good with Emperor Bones, though. I don't know. We'll just keep taking out old reliable. 1-1-1. I can't imagine that's correct. Yeah, no Thoughtseize is a little tough. Sure. Yeah, I kind of want Mystical Dispute in the sideboard. I think there's a lot of changes that I would make with this list. Not a lot, but a few quality of life changes. Like, imagine a Mystical Dispute here. Holy schmoly. Could also just find Fatal Push, though. That is land number 3. But I dream of something greater. We're gonna have giant frog battles. Don't worry, magical. The humans forgive you. Wait, this is a banger YouTube comment. I don't know if I could say it because I'm on the Magic Online channel. But it's, oh, look, a bunch of unfun BS. I don't even know what video they commented on. It's Mill. It's the Mill video. That's hilarious. That's so fire. And then they deleted it too. Second frog. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, come on, man. You can't do that to me. That's illegal. It's, yeah, the human seems very, very clunky. I concur. I like his opponent's willingness to just jam. They're just like, what could possibly go wrong? They just jam. If I just did that in my upkeep, I'd been in such a worse position. I also brought in Nile Spellbomb. They probably have to pop the Spellbomb on themselves. Oh, that works too. I forgot about that. Okay, your turn. That's probably smarter. Is Doghouse usually full of jank? Or is it just these two? Is it full of jank? I haven't looked at any of the deck lists. People tend to bring more content decks to the Doghouse for sure. I would say. But, I don't know. Funny enough, the entire reason Scam existed as a deck was because somebody won the Doghouse with it. That person being Dead Baby Unicorn, whom masterfully defeated everybody else by putting a turn 1 4/4 double striker into play and taking 2 cards out of his opponent's hand. I just think this is too many frogs. Am I allowed to say that? I, for one, think this is too many dang frogs. At what point do you think they start attacking? Block. Discard, discard. They go discard, discard, discard. They don't get a card. And we untap. We go bones, bing, bong. Honestly, hit me. Come at me. They played land and passed. Yeah. Do I split the difference? 4/4. So they can grow it up to a 5/6. So if I put this here, attack, 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 or I guess attack, attack, and attack, I leave one back and I still have a lot of card advantage. Okay, I think I do that. Beginning of combat. Bones the Riddler. Activate. Draw 2. Just kind of garbo. Send these 3. Now I want to, if they let the frog connect, I want to draw 2 more. So I think I'm going to discard land overlord maybe. So I think I want to have force negation up. Send all. I'm not sure send all's that good. Eating the emperor bones. Yeah, maybe I start pumping this frog then. I think we pass. Bye, Riddler. I'll miss you. I need him not to surveil something giant. Tagorios. Maybe all the surveil lands are gone. No, they have one more. Or maybe 2 more. They might have a hedge maze. Top. Riddler. Oh, shoot. Oh, Shimata. I think they kept on top. Pending. Thoughtseize. What if I discard both of these to grow frog? I think that's the move. Maybe their bottom key's broken. Yes, like all the subtlety interactions. I can't actually auto yield either, because if they fly the frog, I gotta counter fly the frog. So they're sending both. I can eat one of them, or I clash off of the other one. They draw 2. They have to discard 1, draw 2. They're just dead on the crackback, no? I mean, they have 1 less card in their hand if I do the clank move versus the eat move. I haven't seen a push from them. It's possible they kept push on top. I think they would have pushed pre-combat. Maybe they're trying to draw to push. Uh, I don't know. What do you think, chat? Eat or clank? I don't think clank's necessarily even a bad idea. We'll try the eat line, but it's close. Okay, solitude. Yeah, solitude was a pretty good draw, huh? Maybe I should have surveilled and looked for Teferi. Oh, wait, that's great. They're ever so conveniently at 3, and they're probably going to play Riddler. Good thing I didn't surveil. They're also going to top the Riddler because I'm casting a subtlety on them. And they absolutely have to. They have no other choices but to top it. I think the E line was better than the Clank line after all, with how this game ended up playing out. So if I had to deal with 2 frogs right now, I'd be in a lot of a worse situation, I think. Did they put that on top? Oh, they found the bottom button. No, you can hit me. Judge, I don't know whose flage this is. It certainly did feel like my flage for a little bit there. I guess I want Fairy Macabre in this matchup. Yo, Oust is probably crazy too. The Oust tech coming in hot. Might be Goryo's again. What's our breakers? We're number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. It might be locked for top 8. It's kind of hard to say. Wait, is our opponent? Okay, our opponent's not the 6-0. We played against the 6-0 though. Did we get paired down? Oh no, we're just okay. I see where we are in the standings. Let's concede and find out. Smile. Kind of looking like there aren't Gorios. This one on top. Any Atrox and Mills. Strangely, this is allowed to happen. I whiffed. I'm Subtlety's biggest fan, chat. If there were no more Subtlety fans in the world, I cease to exist. See you later, bozo. I'll see you when I have Fatal Push Up. I already own the retro ones. I was on the Subtlety hype train a long time ago. Wait a minute. If I ephemerate this Subtlety, can I mess up the Surveil? I don't think I want to, because it's kind of pointless. I guess I get to keep the Subtlety around as a body. Is that troll? Am I trolling by doing that? Probably. Yeah, that's trolling. That's a lot of emotional damage, but I think that's trolling. Could also ephemerate the Overlord, but I'm kind of afraid that they have Solitude. Okay, Emperor bones to the bottom. I think I play around the Solitude. Hey, that's pretty good. Oh, this seems pretty good. Young Dingo wins. Man, I wanted to troll so hard. Never let me troll anymore. Speaking of trolling, my opponent mulliganed down to 5, 4. Not a lot. Don't you know, opponent? You need cards in your hand to play the game. Played a Doorkeeper Throw. Alright, what do I want to bring in against Gorios? That. Teferi. Fairy. Lavinia's not good. Well, I mean, Lavinia's good against Solitude, I guess. I could try Lavinia. Probably 2 Fatal Push Out, 1 Riddler, 1 that, 1 of that. And maybe one of the last consign in. Strategic sideboarding. Jeskai match is still going. We're up a game. I haven't been paying attention to it super closely. But I have a Teferi in play, which is probably a pretty good thing. I feel like I'm ahead of the Teferi in play. Oh, they attempted to resolve their own Teferi. Foolish opponent. I have Force Negation. Oh no, they're gonna kill my Teferi. Teferi, no. Pin Sing it a Stupor. Oh, I just drew a heater of a card. I drew an oust. Oh, and then I actually drew a heater. Consign my Riddler trigger. Frog. I have black white. I have to get a black source though. Yo, Goblin, thank you for the prime. Yo. Oh, hell yeah. See you there, Goblin. Appreciate the 21 months. I was really hoping they were going to bend a Troxa to that frog and I get to, like, eat it with Emperor Bones. That would have been the dream. I guess they have Spell Snare. Oh, you know what? I could have done that way better. What I should have done? Thalia attack, consign my Thalia trigger. Ah, scheisse. I thought about it right after I pitched it. Oops. Exposing this Emperor Bones feels weird too. Yeah, I thought about it too late. My bad, my bad. Could have had a force negation in my hand right now. Lissai. Oh wow. Punished for not eating that frog. Well, I guess I gotta just like Felia, whatever. Felia consign. Do some surveillance. That's a lot of lands. Maybe I Felia exile it, but don't consign. It's not gonna come back in as a frog. So I think I just have him take 5. I think I'd rather probably Felia attack and consign Riddler. Or maybe they're not even doing that. They're gonna pending the Felia. Rip. I remember you, buddy. No attacks. Pass. Subtlety. I don't think I swing. I just pass. Now I get to subtlety the Riddler. Oh. Holy bejeebies. Get out of my sight. What's Elishnorn on top? They're gonna go Riddler into Elishnorn, I guess. How do I lose a permanent this turn? I don't think I can lose a permanent this turn. Just hold it for next turn. Ah, I feel bad for my Jeskai opponent. Just like AFK in our game. Yep, Riddler. Yeah, because if I find like a fetch land or something, then they just die. Swing both. Frog. Was there a fatal push my own frog line? No, I put him to 2, right? Or I put him to 1 after I discard Consign to Memory. I was almost close to lethal. Alright, they're just passing. Discard frog to frog. They might have Solitude. Sorry, chat. Playing the other match still. Okay, I think I'm supposed to eat the frog. And then we adapt. Then we put the frog into play. Now we jump both of these. Discard fatal push. I think this makes the most sense. What could I draw? Let's do that. I could draw something off the frog if they don't end up dying here. They have like an ephemerate. Well, I don't think ephemerate would even save them, would it? Cool. We didn't troll. Speaking of not trolling.
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.